start the third last week of the year 2019. My name is Michael Jordan Lokomwa, and this is what we have for you this afternoon. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has left for Nairobi on a 2-day working visit. The president was seen off at Entebbe International Airport this morning by Minister for Presidency Esther Mbayo, Head of Public Service and Secretary of Cabinet John Mitala, the Chief of Defense Forces David Moozi, and other service chiefs. Residents of Nyabune village in Chahafi Parish, Mulora Sub-County, Kisoro District are in shock following discovery of their fellow resident raped and killed in her house and the body left naked. Juliet Nyiramujisha, a widow aged 46, was found dead in her house in the village of Nyabune, Chahafi Parish, Mulora Sub-County. According to the residents, her daughter had come to pay a visit only to be greeted by her mother's naked dead body. The body was taken to Kisoro Hospital for post-mortem. Her dad, Nkunzimana Mulora, the LC3 chairperson, confirmed this death and said that the body was discovered at around 8 a.m. Story not very good there from Kisoro. Meanwhile, former exilees and rebel fighters of the West Nile Bank Front have embraced a new lease of life accorded to them by the Amnesty Commission. Despite the challenges, these are engaged in various ventures, including soap making, tailoring, and craft making, out of which they are earning a living. The Permanent Secretary, Minister of Internal Affairs, Dr. Bernard Mutambi, wants them to avoid conflict and work together for peaceful coexistence.
The arrangement of these products is similar to that of a supermarket, but it's not. It is a liquid soap making small-scale outlet started by former rebel fighters, most of them from the West Nile Bank Front. Halima Rajab is just one of them.
Okusooka twatuuka ne batuleeta ne batuteeka Mbale eri ne batuyigiriza okubumba eyo sabuni eyo.
Halima's story is not so different from that of Hadija Juma, whose husband, a soldier then, was killed during the 1979 Liberation War. Their return to Uganda was made possible by Amnesty Commission that has since reintegrated them into the community.
Twagendayo nga tudduka buddusi kati mukudduka okwo oluusi musanga emmotoka nebayambako abantu babiri oba basatu oba ne famire yo ate batuuka eyo mu maaso olutalo ne lunyikira ne babaleka awo babakubyekubye abadriver.
Since their return, they have been empowered socially and economically to make ends meet. This liquid soap making enterprise is done with the help of her grandson, Ibrahim Kasirie, who says 800 bottles are sold a month at 1,000 Uganda shillings each.
Because per day we can sell even like 80. Because for us we are very many who move the liquid soap around the town here and around the villages. We are very many. We sell very many of them.
Under their umbrella of Bombo Reporters Community Development Association, it is work in progress, as some are also engaged in tailoring and crafts making. One such person is Mai Musa. Upon her return to Uganda, she entered the bush, but this time not because of war, but to find craft making materials. From her testimony, it has paid off.
Abajja okufumbirwa bajja ne babigula kasita bamala kutegeera nti no gundi akola ebintu ng'ebyo bajja ne babigula.
This association has 83 members, 53 of whom are male and 30 are female. Even when he's grateful to government for granting him and others amnesty, the association leader, Mohammed Khamis, regrets wasting his productive years in rebellion.
Life was not easy because if the land is not yours, you're in another country, life is always very difficult.
This testimony is clear indication of remorse and that there is life after war. But for Mohammed Khamis, some promises remain unfulfilled, one of which is the resettlement package.
Because some of us, when we came from the bush, our houses, a lot of our houses were broken, were looted, things were looted. We are from nowhere, you see. All our eyes in that resettlement package, which we don't see.
These are some of the challenges that the Amnesty Commission has been trying to address since its establishment. Welding, carpentry and sewing machines, as well as liquid capital, have been availed to desirable returnees, commonly known as reporters. But not all of them have been reintegrated, and this is why.
All these things that you have seen, sir, we have been able to do them because of the funding. And that is where we still have, a gap. We need to do more.
Money can never be enough on earth, but whatever little is given, if put to proper use, can lead to a good achievement. We are grateful for that.
As the Internal Affairs Ministry, a docket under which Amnesty Commission falls, routes for more financial resources, returnees are called upon to remain united.
What usually pulls back such an association are conflicts, intrigue, and not wanting to work together. But I think you can avoid that.
Since its establishment in 2000, Amnesty Commission has lived to its mission of contributing towards attainment of peace and harmony in Uganda through forgiveness and reconciliation.
Halos to the President for giving us amnesty.
Henry Okurut, UBC.
Private health services providers are convinced that most medical cases that seem complicated can be handled successfully within Uganda rather than referring patients abroad for treatment. According to Andre Ackerman, the CEO International Medical Group, investments by Uganda's private sector have contributed immensely to the improvement of the healthcare standards in the country.
In an effort geared at ensuring and maintaining high healthcare service standards, the International Medical Center, a member of the International Medical Group, has unveiled the Excellence Awards with inaugural awards held at the Kingdom Kampala Mall. International Medical Center staff could not hide their joy at the gala, especially the big winners of the night.
Now, the Excellence Awards has been so important in that it gives us details of where we have been going wrong, and we can do the corrections as well.
As Uganda's healthcare sector continues to grow exponentially, private sector players are convinced that the country has the capacity to deal with complex cases.
Let's trust Uganda, let's trust our own people, let's trust our doctors. This is us doing it. Thank you, Dr. Ian, for the vision. Thank you, the investors. but it's the fellow Ugandans doing it for us. And so why would I leave this country to India and not have my own Dr. Ling at IHK, do that surgery? Let's trust our country.
In the recent years, government has often found itself in the spotlight for spending billions of public funds for treatment of top government officials in foreign hospitals. With high-quality services provided within, government will save significant resources and patients will benefit too.
People not travel because studies have proven that you heal quicker when you're at home than when you're away from home. When you've got your family around you, when you've got your people around you, and that's what we try and aim to do. Provide the services that's affordable, that even we can afford, that's sustainable.
The overall winner of the inaugural International Medical Center Excellence Awards was Chireka IMC Clinic. Dennis Igoa for UBC News in Kampala.
Speaker of Parliament was left speechless after her convoy failed to go through a road in Nachiwula village where 19 homes had also been submerged by the floods. The affected residents who spoke to this reporter noted with concern that for barely a month ago they have been sleeping in rented houses after their homes were submerged by the flooding waters. The residents said that the problem is further aggravated by the falling pit latrines, and now fearing that cholera and other related diseases might crop up after this, a background against which they have called for government's intervention. The leaders from Kamuli Municipal Council were optimistic that now, with Ms. Kadaga being aware of the problem, it will be tackled sooner than later.
Mbera ne yetyo yatulimu
ndi kwogerera ndi mukutambula nenda kujja kwigombola abantu bano abali obubi tusobola okubatoola mu kyalo bamale gajja kwigombola bamale gasola muholo omwo kuba obutemu bw'amaanyi enumba gekubya entanda nsuubira nti bwe tubalekerera bali mu butyabaga tunajja okumaliriza nga tufiirirwa abantu babiterevu.
So kukyaza right honorable speaker oluvannyuma olwa office yange nga chairperson of C3 Northern Division Council okumuwandiikira ebbaluwa nga likumutegeeza obuzibu obuli wano obwatuukibwaku n'abatyami abazoniza esatu eya Bulondo, eya Buteerimire n'eya Bunole ng'amaadhi bwe gayida g'abalumba gazingiza amaka gona gayonoona ebintu eby'omunumba bazabe bafumba bazabe basula bazirawo we bawuumuliraku bazabe bakolera mirimu egibabesaawo okufuna esente ezisobola okubeemerezaawo.
State Minister for Primary Education Rosemary Nasubuga-Seninde has challenged leaders in Busoga to embrace the new education initiative to improve on the standards in the region. This comes in the wake of reports of poor performance in national examinations among most schools in Busoga sub-region. It was echoed during the fundraising dinner for education improvement in the region of Busoga, an event organized by Busoga Education Initiative.
It took the arrival of the Speaker of Parliament, Rebecca Kadaga, and Busoga Chabazinga, William Gabula Nadiope IV, for the event to kick off. Their presence was a signal that the cause for the day was a concern for everyone, as recognized by renowned musician Rachel Magora.
I'm not a toy. Just because I'm not a boy. Ebizibu bya teenage pregnancies. Abaana abawala obutasoma. Nakoba nti olw'embo luno ndaalukola olwaleero. Tumanyi nti it's 20 years since we did I'm not a toy just because I'm not a boy, but the issues we're dealing with today are still very relevant.
The dwindling education standards in the Busoga sub-region of eastern Uganda had been a matter of concern for some time. Top among the drivers for poor performance a lack of enough classrooms, scholastic materials, water, and sanitation facilities.
We went, 3 of us, to Iganga, November. We gave out pens to the 750 students who were going to sit P7. And our argument was that if they can only write and complete the exam, that will give them another opportunity to be what they can be. So, ekizibu ky'okuba ntuzira amasomero agalimu ebibiina ebimala kikaaliyo, and we need to do something about it. We are not just going to look and say ebyo byayonooneka. No.
In addressing some of these challenges, the Busoga Education Initiative came on board to put right some wrongs. State Minister for Primary Education, Rosemary Seninde, is the brain behind the initiative.
These children were telling me that we feel bad walking long distances on barefoot. We feel pain, and by the time we reach school, our feet are, we have pain. So I think we need to make a difference.
With the 22 formerly worst performing schools now reportedly doing well, Speaker of Parliament Rebecca Kadaga is optimistic in further improvement.
The result of today are lucky. When we were growing up, we had no role models, really. We had no role models, but now they can see a minister, they see a doctor, they see an engineer, they see the Chabazinga, they see the ambassador. Now there's something that the children can look up to. So let's go out there and tell the children that it is possible.
In the changing digital environment, the Chabazinga of Busoga, William Gabolana Diupe IV, underscores the need for computers to be availed to schools.
During my routine tours of the kingdom, I visit schools and I have noted with great concern that we must have computers in our schools in order to equip our learners with computer skills as a way of surviving in this ever-changing and dynamic digital era.
In the meantime, to achieve all these objectives, as outlined by the Busoga Education Initiative, Seninde wants more Busoga leaders brought on board.
You have brought the members of parliament on board, although I don't see the members of parliament here. So, Mama, I think you needed to do something to bring them again so that they can be very fully involved in this program.
The Busoga Education Initiative was introduced to set strategies in uplifting education in Busoga region in the immediate term for sustainable development. It aims at achieving improved performance, reduced absenteeism of both learners and teachers, and improved school monitoring and inspection by all stakeholders. Henry Okurut, UBC.
Thank you so much, Henry Okurut, and with your story, we're taking a very short break. When we return, we have more. Please keep around.
Send money from Airtel to Airtel at 60% discounted rates. Yes, you can now send money for as low as 100 shillings and a maximum of 1,000 shillings. And that's not all. You can now withdraw up to 7 million shillings from your nearest Airtel money agent for as low as 12,500 shillings. Remember, depositing money is free, buying airtime through Airtel Money is free, Airtel Money and PIN registration is free. Do not pay any transaction charges directly to the agent, and never share your PIN number with anyone. Enjoy the lowest rates on sending and withdrawing money on Airtel Money today. Airtel Money, simple, instant, secure. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Hello, Uganda! We introduce to you the first and ever My Right to Play Christmas Kids Festival 2019. Let the kids feel the Christmas Eve on the 21st of December at the Legend Sports Ground in Lugogo. Entrance is 10,000 shillings only and parents free. Bring your child and have an opportunity to play, sing, dance and discover their talents. Mujje tuyingira amazaalibwa nga bato basanyusa bato bannaabwe. Muleete abaana bammwe banyumirwe, banywe, bazanye. Kino kigenda kubeera kijjobe. Proudly proudly sponsored by Legends Sports Ground, UBC TV, Star TV, U24 TV, Star FM, Magic 100 FM, UBC Butebo, Marketing, UMC Victoria Hospital, and Ideas Workshop. Bwowe yagala omwana okuyimba kuba ku ssimu eno.
Did you know that 1,000 Ugandans get HIV every week? Did you know that each week 500 people die of AIDS in Uganda? HIV is still with us. In 2017, President Museveni launched the Fast Track Initiative to end AIDS in Uganda by 2030. We must stop HIV. The best way for young people to avoid HIV is to abstain from sex.
Why you had to have sex at 16, at 18, at 20, and then you die, or you start having problems, which you may live with all your life? Why don't you wait, hold on, you study, finish your degree, and then you look for a partner at the right time?
Protect yourself. Abstain from sex until you are ready.
This festive season, enjoy great value from Airtel with the all-new My Pakalast combo offers. Yes! We have customized especially for you the best deals on minutes, data, and SMS with our 3-in-1 My Pakalast combo to give you the best value as you stay in touch with friends and family this season. To activate My Pakalast voice combo, dial *100 *2 *1 hash to get started.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
UBC Lunchtime News, welcome back from the break. Now, in the business news, with many Ugandans, including Abe Muchibi and Fiona Mutesi, featuring in international movies, Uganda has started attracting global attention because of its talented public. Abe Muchibi was part of The Last King of Scotland, while Fiona Mutesi is the reason for the Queen of Katwe. Such works have led to the increased interest from Colombia, whose movie industry is growing by leaps and bounds, as explained by Ambassador to Africa, Elizabeth Taylor.
It's of the most utmost importance for us to be here in Uganda, sharing the culture of Colombia, sharing the talent and art that we do through movie and documentary production. We have an international plan of exposure of Colombia, and with that through that plan, we have a portfolio of movies, but in creative industries also. We have dance, we have other folklore, painting, many different, I would say, modalities of art and culture. For this year 2019, we prioritize Uganda, and today we are going to screen a very important movie, which is Poro, made in Colombia, Poro, hecho en Colombia, that our movie and documentary industry is growing, and this is thanks to a special movie law that was enacted years behind, which allow the local producers and encourage them to do joint productions with other countries. And our hope is that in the future something like that can happen with so many African countries, that we can have these joint productions.
On the international scene, the FBI says it is treating Friday's deadly attack on a Florida Navy base as a presumed terrorist attack. The Saudi gunman who was training at the Pensacola site killed 3 sailors before he was shot dead. Special Agent Rachel Rogers said that the FBI was trying to determine if he had acted alone or had connections to a group. She said that other Saudi students had been questioned but not arrested. They were reportedly confined to the base and cooperating with investigators. The victims of the attack have been named as Joshua Caleb Watson, age 23, Mohammed Semeh Haitham, 19, and Cameron Scott Walters, age 21. The U.S. Navy said that the sailors showed exceptional heroism and bravery in the face of evil. In Sunday's press conference, Ms. Rogers gave almost no details of the investigation's findings so far. Still on the international scene, U.S. presidential hopeful Elizabeth Warren has released details of her past legal income, showing she earned $1.9 million in a work for corporate and other private clients dating to 1985. Warren, aged 70, is a frontrunner in the race for the Democratic nomination and frequent critic of big business. The Massachusetts senator had already shown 11 years of tax returns, but rival Pete Buttigieg, a mayor in Indiana, has been challenging her to release all the tax documents. Warren and Buttigieg have been battling to be favorite for Iowa caucuses in February, a key early contest in the primary season. Other Democratic frontrunners are former Vice President Joe Biden and Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders. The winner of the Democratic Party's nomination will take on President Donald Trump, a Republican, in the November of 2020 election. Unlike previous presidents, Trump has refused to disclose his tax details. Yes, we thank you so much for watching. Let's take, and that brings us to the end of today's Lunchtime News. My name is Michael Jordan Lukoma. On behalf of the whole crew here, we wish you the best of the week. Merry Christmas.
My name is Nkayo Hannington, winner of the NSSF Friends with Benefits Season 2.
Congratulations, Hannington!
I used my winnings to boost my agricultural production and give a chance to the people in my community to work.
So join us this year for the third season of the NSSF. 16 Ugandans share inspirational stories on how they use their NSSF benefits to do life-changing things. So tune in every Sunday with your